Hello, everyone. My name is Jane Andranova, and I wanted to talk today about, the what I refer to as Ascension Flu or Ascension Cold. And I'm not sure if how many of you are familiar with that term, but when we start the ascension or awakening process, there are different ways for our bodies to be clearing that energy that no longer serves us, purging the old programs, purging the old belief systems, all of it. So when we're going, through the clearing, it could come in like emotional upheaval where there's going to be like emotional ups and downs where you're going to be like crying or like all kinds of emotions coming to the surface and not really sure where it's coming from. Then there's like a portion where some of it is showing up physically. For example, if someone is not, you know putting all the puzzle pieces together and realizing what's going on with them, why, they're like holding on to things or why the emotions are coming up and they're not willing to like, dive deep and release all of that. They're like not conscious of that. Then in order, for their body to process whatever needs to go to be released, then they're going through this kind of like energetic sickness, which usually like you would have some kind of similar symptoms as the regular cold. There's a flu, which is kind of having like fever or feeling weak. Like you get tired or it's hard to like be up for more than an hour or even less than that. You might have like the throat issues or runny nose. So your typical symptoms of the flu and the cold. But then when, for example, you take, the temperature and stuff, it's normal. And also those types of sicknesses, they happen like very fast. And I've been through many of them where, several years ago, it would happen where I would be like in bed for sometimes days and nothing works. Like, and now it takes me maybe sometimes a couple of hours to go through that or like half a day the most. And that's it. Like my body's done. Now I haven't been sick. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I was sick because all my things that are happening now, they're all energetic, like they're not physical. So when you start doing your remedies that you normally take for the flu or the cold, and then you're not seeing any results, like it's just not working, then that's when that it's an indication for you that it's whatever is happening with your body, it's all energy related. It has nothing to do with physicality or being physically sick. I mean, for me, what happens now is I just hear, that it's all energy. I mean, like I just know. So, but before, I would have to like take the remedies and be like, okay, it hasn't been working, so it's all energy. And when it's all energy, it's a different type of treatment that you would normally do when your physical body is sick. Like, you need a lot of rest and you also need, like maybe some kind of self-healing techniques, which I'm going to show later. And just kind of like taking it slow and doing everything you can to make, your body feel comfortable and good. If that means taking day or more than a day off work, then that's what you need to do. And a lot of times, actually, those sicknesses would happen when we are like very tired energetically and physically and emotionally and mentally. So when we're like working a lot and not giving ourselves this time to like process things, that's when like our higher self, your guides are going to be like, no, you need to be like in bed and you need to get all those upgrades. You need to get all those processes done. So we're going to make you sick. So you're going to be in bed. And so you can like not physically be able to do anything until you release all of that. So it's very important, to do that. And for me, it happened a lot before like some major workshops where, I needed to purge and clear this old so I can receive the new. So I would normally get those colds or flus when I would be, right before I would go to like a workshop. I also get those things sometimes when like I've been doing a lot of work. Like for example, if I'm traveling and I'm like constantly being guided to go like to this place, to that place, here and there, because I do a lot of work with the earth and like transmuting the energy and like visiting, all the sites that they want me to go to. It's kind of draining for the body. Like if I'm waking up early every day, if I'm like driving, and not having a lot of physical rest. And what happens for me is I would go into those kind of like not feeling good periods. So I would like wake up and I would be totally fine. And then all of a sudden, I would feel weak, almost like I'm getting a cold. I would have a sore throat. I would have runny nose, and I would be like, oh my God, like I'm getting sick. But then I would just know that it's not physical, it's all energy. And the second I realize it and be like, okay, this is my body like needing to rest. I just need to take it slow. I don't have to worry about it. It has nothing to do with the physical body. The second I just give myself space to do that, like usually within an hour or 2 hours, it just goes away. I mean, it just stops as fast as it came. And so this is kind of how my body has been processing that. And so yeah, like usually the indication is that it's not reacting to any of the remedies you normally take very fast and just kind of hit you out of nowhere. And then like again, it could come and go away very quickly. So the remedies that work for me is like, for example, if I'm going to bed and like I felt that I'm getting like a sore throat, like right before I fall asleep, when I'm laying in bed, I would put like and do some self-healing on my throat. Normally I would put like like a hand like this over the bottom part of the throat, kind of where your collarbone is. I don't like putting it over here because it kind of feels restricted and like someone is choking you. So I usually put it here, kind of like at the bottom, and again, not squeezing really, but so you feel it. And I would hold my hand there for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then I would usually start feeling the throat feeling better, like that soreness is gone or it's like barely there. And normally when I, release, I almost don't have anything on my throat anymore. And then the same with, like if I have a runny nose, I do the same. I usually, would do this position, like I would cover my eyes kind of, or I would just hold my fingers here, kind of covering the nose. And then again, holding this, and you can, or, you can do it here if you have like sinus pressure. So when you do that, it again, like it clears the passages, it removes, the stagnant energy, and you would normally feel better. So I actually haven't been using any of the medication, even natural medication that I've been using in the past for like many years now, because it's like all again energy related. I think once you get your body to like a certain energetic level where your vibration is pretty high, you're eating healthy, you're taking good care of yourself, then like all of that stuff is not gonna like stick to you. Even if, I mean, in the past I used to get sick when I was sitting next to the person that was sick. Now I don't have it. Like I can be next to someone who's got a flu or a cold, and unless it's like a very strong virus, like I don't have it. And also like for me was big the fear. Like, a lot of us don't want to be sitting next to a sick person because we don't want to get it. So like that fear of like being afraid to get it is what makes us get it. So when I changed my mindset to be like, okay, if it happens, it happens. If I do get sick, that's fine. I'll deal with it. Once I changed my attitude towards it and my perception, I never got anything. Again, I could spend like hours in the conference room when I was working in the corporate next to someone who was sick, and I never had it. So yeah, it's very, that energetic hygiene is very important. And also when I have sore throat, I eat honey, um, and I buy like manuka honey, which is really good for like against throat. The last time I did it, I felt release like right away. There's nothing there. Um, and so yeah, so this is one of the things you could do. Another kind of remedies that I use that's been helping is, I mean, I know that may sound silly for some of you, but some of us are aware of it. So some of us astral travel at night and we go to the spaceships. Now there are many, like some of you know from my hypnosis sessions that, they're like different healing rooms on the spaceship. So you can ask your galactic brothers and sisters, whoever you're working with, to be taken to one of those spaceships to be taken to the healing room, and ask them to work on your body, like whatever part of your body needs help and healing, ask them to work on that part of the body. You can also ask your guides, again, whoever you're working with, to work on that part of the body, like, or for example, if you're not feeling good, like if you're feeling like the cold or some kind of sickness is coming on, you can ask them to work on that. So like you would be fine. For me, for example, 70 or 80% of the time, that works as well when I would ask them to kind of, take it off from my body, heal it, work on it while I'm sleeping. Then the next morning when I wake up, I feel much better. I do the same for my dog, where it's, like, again, I would be asking them to work on him while he's sleeping. And a lot of times he would also get much better the next day. And so, yeah, like look at your life also. And for example, if you've been working a lot where you haven't had a lot of time for yourself, and then, you get sick. I mean, even like with whatever's going on right now, some people are getting it because their life has been like constant, busy, 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 doing things and working and family and all of that. So they get it because then, they go through this healing process and finally they have this time to just be in bed for, how many days it is. I mean, normally they don't have it very serious, but they're like in bed for days. So their body can rest, their body can receive the upgrades and all the downloads, whatever it needs to go further. I also have seen it with my close family members where they're not doing a lot of, like work consciously, and then the physical stuff would happen to them. Like it just comes out of nowhere. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like really? How could you, how could you get like sick like this, like out of nowhere, where like one of all of us, for example, ate something, but then the other person would feel bad after eating. So really weird sicknesses, and then they come and go really fast. Like it would just happen in a day, and we're also very powerful manifestors. Like if we, like some of us, if we've been busy and then we're like, oh my God, I wish I was just free and didn't have any of that. Well, it's almost like you've asked for it, like here, you're in bed, kind of resting, so this is how it is. I mean, it happened to me many times when I needed that restful period, for myself. So yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty much everything I wanted to cover with that. If you feel like you want more information, or if you want to ask for, like some of the other natural remedies I've used, I know in um, before I've used Sieves oil. It's a combination of oils together, and I would put it like in drops into my drinks, but you have to be careful with that one, because if you put like more than a drop, you can burn like your lips and your mouth. So so that was also helpful, but I mean, even that I don't have to do anymore, because just clearing, energetically usually helps. So yeah, if you have any questions, or if, you want to comment how you deal with that. So, because the more we share, the better, so we can help others understand what's going on, and how, we can heal ourselves within hours, sometimes not even days. And yeah, it's like once you go into a certain, like once you've processed a certain amount of stuff, that you've accumulated from this life and other lives, everything is happening very fast. Like even with emotional purges and clearings, if before it was taking me sometimes weeks or, like days to process stuff, now it happens within hours, sometimes even minutes. So you don't have to like be sitting with all of that. Like it's just happens really, really fast, which is really amazing. It's almost like you're on a fast forward sign. So I don't even, yeah, it just changes fast. Like one moment you're fine, another one you're not, but then you're back to normal within like 10 minutes, because you see it, you clear it, and you just kind of let it go, and then it's out of your field. So yeah, I mean, please share whatever remedies you use, whatever helps you with that. I think it would be kind of beneficial for, people who are new to this, who are still like, at the start process, trying to understand all of that, and they're not like seeing everything from the bigger picture. So yeah, I mean, it helps a lot. I know I didn't really have a lot of guidance when I started out, but then like once I started, digging more into that, and I found my mentor and all of that, it became much easier. But I definitely didn't have a lot of help in the beginning. So yeah, please share this video if you think it could help someone you know. I would be really grateful for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I'm sending love to all of you. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.